Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin, and I'm from the GBFI Financial Center here at William Patterson. And in this series of videos, I'm going to show you how to not just make a PowerPoint presentation, but also make visuals inside of Excel to then add to our PowerPoint presentation. So this template I'm working on here, you can find saved in your Blackboard course shell. So you can download it and then work on the same one and customize it as you choose. So first up, I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to name this Department of Transportation Data because that will be the data I'm working with. We want to make sure we spell it right. And for name, I'm going to type in my name. All right, that's it for slide number 1. And then I'm going to move to slide 2. Here you'll see I have a slide named Expected Market Trends. I will get back to this later in the series of videos. This is where we're going to add a bulleted list of insights that we want to highlight before we get into the rest of our PowerPoint presentation to give our audience a preview of what's to come, essentially. So for now, I'm going to go to slide 3. In this slide, I want to add a clustered column chart. So I'm going to go to Excel, and now let's get started. We're going to make a visual using this data here. So looking at the data first, as a little disclaimer, some of the data, not just here, but in my other sheets here, have been amended. Have been amended a bit to suit our purpose for this course that we're going to teach you. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to make this into a table. I'm going to highlight my data. I'm going to go to the Insert tab up top. And then in the Tables group here towards the left, I'm going to select Table. You'll see this Create Table pop-up that comes up. It says, where's the data in your table? Since we already highlighted it first, this is already correct. And my table has headers. This, by default, is already checked. And I'm going to keep it checked because it does have headers already. I have months here, labeled months. I have scheduled. This is revenue of scheduled flights. And then this column here is non-scheduled. This is representing foregone revenue from non-scheduled flights. So my table already has headers. I'm going to click OK. You'll see the table gets created. So this is not mandatory to do when you're making a visual in Excel, chart, graph, whatever it may be. However, we recommend doing this in case you choose to change the data in the future or add some to it. Having the data set into a table helps update the chart accordingly if you were to, again, choose to add data or change the data. So now that I made a table, I want to change the table style up here. I'm going to choose this color blue here. It's just a little bit lighter because I decided on a theme for my visuals I'm going to make. I want to keep that theme going through the course of my PowerPoint presentation and visuals I make. So now, with the table updated, I'm going to make sure I'm clicked inside the table. I'm going to go to Insert, and this is where we're going to add our chart. In the Charts group here, we'll find Recommended Charts. I'm going to click that, and then instead of Recommended Charts, I want to click All Charts. And you'll see column by default comes up. Cluster column is already selected. This is what I want. So I'm going to click OK. And you'll see our chart pops right up. I'm going to resize it just so it's a little easier to look at. Now it's time to get into customizing this chart. I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to name it Scheduled versus Non-Scheduled. Flights. Oh, I want to make sure it looks correct. So now with the title, you'll see this does look pretty cool. However, I have decided on a theme, so I want to customize the colors of this and also customize it a little bit more so it's easier to look at. Right now the bars are real skinny, kind of hard to see. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to go to one of these orange bars and give it a right click on my mouse. This highlights all of them, so then I can go down to Format Data Series. And under series options, I want these yellow bars to actually be plotted on the secondary axis. You'll see over here. This makes the bars overlap. And then since we're already here, I want to change the gap width from 219% to just a flat 200%. And this will become more clear why soon. And again, since I chose a theme that I want to try to keep going through my visuals, I'm going to go to filling line right here. Fill drop down, and for color, instead of orange, I'm going to choose black. And that's it for the orange lines. You'll see that some of the lines, the overlapping lines, actually are as tall as the blue or possibly taller. And if you see, none of the non-scheduled numbers are bigger than the scheduled numbers. And so the reason for this happening on here is because the secondary axis here has a maximum number of 50 million, while the primary axis has a maximum number of 80 million. So to change that, I'm going to right click the secondary axis and go to Format Axis. You'll see under Axis Options, we have something called Bounds. So for the maximum number, I'm going to change it to 80 million to match the axis over here on the left. So now that updated, we can actually get rid of this secondary axis. I'm just going to click inside of it and hit delete on my keyboard, because now it's irrelevant. We can just look at the primary axis. So now I changed the little bars. I fixed the axis. I want to customize these blue bars now. I'm going to right click one of them to highlight all of them. Go to Format Data Series. I want to keep it on the primary axis, and then for gap width, instead of this 219%, I want 50%. And now you'll see our smaller non-scheduled data here sitting inside of the scheduled data, and this just makes for a nice looking visual, pretty much, just for aesthetics. I'm gonna go fill in line now for this one. For color, I'm gonna choose light blue. And there, now you get a better look at the theme that I chose to keep for my presentation, with the theme of colors, at least. So now I want to put this into the PowerPoint. I'm going to click on my chart. Now that it's done, of course, I'm going to do Control C on my keyboard to copy it, or you can do Command C depending, Mac or Windows. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to click inside this box here, since this is where I want my graph to be. And then at the top left here, I'm going to go to paste, this little paste drop down, instead of doing Control V. And under paste options, I'm going to go to paste special. And this is so that I can choose, instead of just regular paste, I can choose paste link. And I'm going to choose the option that gives us Microsoft Excel chart object, and then click OK. This is very important to do the paste special and then paste link, because this embeds the chart into PowerPoint. If we are to choose to, again, go to Excel and change any of our data in here, the chart here will update, but since we paste link it into PowerPoint, it will automatically update as well on here, again, if we choose to change or add any more data in the future. I'm going to give it a title. I'm just going to name this clustered column chart. And then I'm going to use this box for my source. I'm going to make it that same light color blue as here. And this is where we would add our source. For my source, I actually have my citation already here in Excel, just for the sake of the video. And then I'm going to Control V. I'm going to paste it right into my slide. And that's it. That's a clustered column chart slide.